Hello, this is Mr. Byer. I'm missing your last class because of my son Joseph's kindergarten graduation. So I'm recording this screencast so that I will not really miss the class. Here's your last Dicta Diei. Actually, it's a poema Diei, poem of the day, and it's called Ulysses. I'm cheating a little. This poem was not written in Latin. It's by a 19th century British author named Alfred Tennyson, who was inspired by the story of Ulysses in Homer's Odyssey. Remember, Ulysses was the hero of the Trojan War, who thought up the Trojan horse, but then angered Poseidon by blinding the Cyclops, and so took 20 years to return home, slaughtered the suitors, and lived happily ever after. But would a hero like Ulysses have been satisfied with happily ever after? This poet imagines Ulysses as an old man. His wife Penelope has died before him, and he's about to embark on one final voyage. Here's the poem. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the bottom of the cup. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly. I am become a name for always roaming with a hungry heart. Once I drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arch, through which gleams that untraveled world, whose edge fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, as though to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things. And vile it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning and desire, to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bounds of human thought. There lies the port. The vessel puffs her sail. There gloom the dark broad seas. My mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine, and opposed, free hearts, free foreheads, you and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all. But something ere the end, some work of noble note, may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks, the long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends, 'tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, and the baths of all the western stars, until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be that we shall touch the happy isles, and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. And that is the end of Ulysses, poem by Alfred Tennyson. I find with poems that it's much like music, I can't really like or dislike them the first time I hear them, but need to reread them or hear them again and again. It's like the 8th time you hear a song, you start to like it a little bit or dislike it a little bit. Same with poetry. So your homework over the summer is to read this poem, which is probably one of my top 2 favorites of all time, a few dozen times, memorize it, and then decide whether you like it or not. And now you can enjoy watching some sections of Carnage in Gladiator. See you next week.